call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand, yeah.
Welcome back to the ATP show. I'm your host, Noma, and I have with me
Aiden.
Yeah, so we are back with the international break. No club football.
Yeah.
No club football.
It's a snooze fest.
To cool down our anxieties, you know, before we get kicked with the UCL and
the business end of the season, isn't
the
it?
business end of the season. So yeah, so we have our very own England messing up against Brazil, the worst Brazil we've ever seen.
Wait, what do you mean messing up?
I expected them to win. I
Really?
expected them to blow Brazil away.
So you have no, like, is it respect, or you think Brazil just because they don't have this name power
Brazil
anymore?
is
it's not the Brazil that
not
used
the Brazil
to be,
of old, and they do not have the flair. They don't have the players,
but they still have very good players.
No high-profile players, maybe one or two, or should I say one in Alisson and Vinicius Junior. So one or two.
Rodrigo is not high profile.
I wouldn't. He's not world class.
Okay, all right.
So only Alisson and Vinicius.
Edison
does not really start. So
sometimes he does. Yeah, sometimes he does.
At the end of the day, it will only be two on the field.
Okay.
So yeah, Brazil not looking at their best, and England, I expected them to have a statement win.
Well, they have Gareth Southgate as their coach. What do you expect?
I don't think it's down only to Southgate. I also think it's down to the players. Did you see how the Chelsea players were playing? Chilwell and Gallagher.
Why do you have to single out? You could have said, did you see how Gallagher and Chelsea were Chilwell were playing? I tried, man. I tried.
I don't know what they teach at Chelsea Football Club, but what Gallagher and Chilwell were doing, they misplaced passes, they misplaced crossing, like it was horrendous.
They were nervous. It was a nervy game for them.
It's a friendly.
Yeah,
it's a friendly.
But still, and I feel like the whole argument of I saw a video not too long ago about the way the role that has been given to Jude Bellingham.
Yeah,
it might not suit him, and a lot of people would then use it to say that maybe Jude is a fraud because they've given him the role. Wait,
yeah.
I know you are in the.
No, go ahead.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Bellingham.
I'm letting you finish.
Yeah, his attributes are best suited for other positions other than a 10.
Yeah.
So in England, they having two workaholics behind him and letting him be the creative force. Thread the pass through the middle all the time. I feel that would limit his abilities because he's not a natural 10. He's just been given that role in Madrid. So if they go to Euros with that same mentality that Jude will be the creative center point, England will come out from Euros, and then you know how the social media is. He will be the scapegoat.
Here's my defense to Jude Bellingham being in the 10 role. It's also a problem for England because I agree to the extent whereby he has so much ability, and then him playing in the 10 role makes the team suffer because they have to find Declan Rice a pair, and then the other players that are the options are not good enough to pair with Declan Rice. But Jude Bellingham playing in the 10 role as itself does not hinder his abilities. Here's why. Jude Bellingham's physical presence in running into the box, he will create chances, but he is there to do more than create chances. He's there for when, if England's are against the rope, he can drop and join the midfield and win the ball. Because he can win the ball high up the field and also deeper in the field. And then his physical attributes allow him to escape trouble, and he can win a lot of fouls because he's a specimen of a footballer.
That's true.
So him being in the 10 role, I do not see it as a problem because he can create. I've seen him create for Real Madrid.
No, he can create, but for you to have a team, because we know how 10 roles are, their prime objective is to be the creative force. You need to create abundance of chances, but that's not his speciality.
He does not make the team have a luxury player in that position, because any player that you put there, be it Foden, Maddison, become a luxury player in the team. When the team are defensively Maddison is not the type of player that will break out of the press, or because he's not.
But then
athletic.
Maddison can see a pass where there is no pass. What Maddison brings to the team, Jude can still do whatever he does as an 8, or as an 8.5, or whatever the new role is being called. He can do whatever he does as an 8. Have how do you call it? That will just limit what's his name, Rice's abilities of going forward. We can just put him as a 6, and then whoever plays right back. I was saying maybe Trent, if they do start Trent as right back, but he'll be more of a midfielder to create passes from the midfield. Then you have Maddison at the top. Maddison can do all that and have Jude making sure nothing goes bad. So Jude can do that tackling, breaking tackles, taking in winning fouls up the field.
I agree with you.
So I feel like, again, Gareth Southgate, because of how Jude is being used in Real Madrid, he feels maybe he can do the same thing for England.
Because the thing is, aside from Maddison's creativity, yes, Maddison can create way better than Jude. But Jude can score goals, which I think Maddison cannot do as good as Jude. And running into the box, Jude can do that better than Maddison. And one other thing, Jude is too good to fail. This is not about it. No. This is what I'm saying. Down to the fraud. No, down to the. I'm just going to nullify the. Jude will come out as. I don't.
No, it's not like you come out as a fraud. He will come out as a scapegoat, because whatever they need a scapegoat for the English team. And who is it going to be? It's going to be the star. Who is the star of the English team right now?
Jude Bellingham.
He is the main thing right now. So they need someone to blame. And if he goes and does a place in the 10 role, which he might do the basics very well, but he will not excel at, then they'll be like,
I feel you arrive off. But then, because I've not seen Maddison play for England as often, so I will not judge Maddison. I will say Foden. When it comes to Foden, we saw Foden against Brazil. And how many times did Foden reach the Brazil 18-yard box? 0.
Okay.
So the thing with Foden, and the thing with England is this. England have got... They're not a technically skilled team like the Portugals or the Brazils.
Spanish,
It's all about... They are more physical and
they are more intense,
So, for Foden to excel in that 10 row, England have to be technical, like Man City. Pass the ball around, very fluid and very fast. Because Foden is not built for an intense type of build-up, especially in the number 10 row. They need that guy who will get the ball and drive at you. And when he's kicked, he does not fall down. And Jude Bellingham is that type of guy. For Maddison, I will not judge because he's not
we need more time.
So for Foden, you would see how Foden always struggles when it comes to the England national team. Even Raheem Sterling plays better than Foden in the English national team, because what Raheem Sterling does for England is the forward basic. He gets at you, he runs at you, but Foden is that type of player that he has to pass the ball around. He has everybody
but that's
has
his
a good career.
That's
because
his
I'm not
education,
from City. That's what they do. They have many ball carriers, and Foden will just be part of the carrying. He's not fully responsible. But for England, they need the player with the characteristics to be responsible, and that's why I feel Jude Bellingham.
And that's what I'm saying, that he will be responsible. And should England fail like miserably, since he's the one responsible for everything, he will be the scapegoat. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it comes with being the top players. Even Harry Kane, it comes with being the top player. It comes with being a top player. So at the end of the day, it's about who England will have to pair
with
Declan Rice with. People are shouting Meno. For me, I feel it's too early. He's
good. He's good.
He's a good player, but I do not feel.
No, he's not the ready package yet. No, but more game plays, more game time will give him that
for sure.
Experience.
But for me, it's what England need is a simple player to pair with Declan Rice. Somebody that's Trent. I'll suggest Trent to play in that position, because one thing about playing Meno and Rice and Jude Bellingham, yes, it will be a high pressing midfield that will win balls, but then there will always be that one pass that to break in between them, because you know when Declan Rice is pressing, Meno is pressing, Jude is pressing, there will be nobody really sitting there who's dictating the play. What Trent gives you, because Trent, yes, he's not really as athletic as these other guys. he remains in the middle, making the simple passes, and he's good at switching the
plays,
ball, which is needed sometimes, because usually England, that's where they've come down to. Whenever they go into games, it's always 50-50.
Yeah.
And that's what they should take away from most teams. When they score the goals, they have that player who can easily switch the ball, and then it decompresses the pressure from the other team. And I feel Trent has got the ability to make those sort of passes. Meno is good, but then it's just adding to what they are already doing. Adding like Henderson and Gallagher to the midfield. I'm not saying Meno is... he's better than them, but then it's adding the same players that will win you back the ball. But then
Menu is okay. He is a better prospect to be better than the two you just mentioned.
He's better prospect, but then it's still they're still going to play the same way.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for me,
it all boils down to the coach. The coach is going to tell.
Gary Southgate is going to choose.
Who is going to and what he's going to tell them to do. So that's the whole for me.
So for your England lineup, to round it up, what do you feel starting from the forward line? Which forward line would you want England to have?
Harry Kane is fit, right?
Harry Kane is fit for the Euros. This Euros. Okay. Harry Kane obviously the number one. Yeah.
This is tough. This is tough because this is tough. Okay, for front line, I'll go Foden.
Over Saka.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll put Foden on the
over Rashford on the other side.
Come on, man.
As a winger.
Ah, man.
Rashford, I'll pick Rashford over Foden on.
But Rashford as a winger has a pace, but then he doesn't really do what wingers do. That is create chances for his forward. He wants to score.
Yeah, he wants to score.
So that's the downside.
Okay, I'll give a wild shot. Anthony Gordon.
Oh yeah, true. I even forgot about him.
He was really good.
Yeah, he was really good. And unpopular pick, Grealish. Yeah, unpopular pick. Grealish to win fouls and let him do whatever he does. So I'll go Grealish.
Maybe if you're fitter, but
So Grealish, Kane, Saka. That's the front three. In the mid, I'll go Bellingham, Rice, and the third one is a tricky one. Okay, I'll go Trent. But I would rather have Trent come in from the right back. Inverted. So they can overload in the midfield. So whoever pairs Rice in the midfield is the tricky one. And
then the most controversial department is the defense. Yeah, especially coming with Southgate picking Maguire all the time.
No, you see, Maguire, I kind of like him because he's an old school defender. He's a sit back kind of defender one time. He's not a ball playing that we are so used to now, the new style of football. So I will still pick Maguire. And right back, what's his name? Kyle Walker. Left back.
Don't tell me Chilwell, man.
Who is there now?
Shaw. If Shaw is fit.
He's also not dependable because of his fitness. So
I'll put Trippier. Trippier is a decent player right there.
Okay, so let me do it this way, And Trippier left back, and who is going to pair Maguire in the middle?
Stones.
Stones. Why have I forgotten all the English players? Because now the English have disappointed me so much. I've forgotten them.
But
there's Tomori as well.
I'll drop Maguire and put. There's this Gehi. Gehi is a very decent defender.
Was he cold?
He maybe picked up an injury. Gehi and John Stones, and then
forget Southgate is not going to call
Southgate, but it will all come down to Southgate. At the end of the day, Southgate needs to make the big
and the goalkeeper who I picking Pickford.
Right now, I'll go for Ramsdale.
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a game time. His confidence is short. How does he get into the Euros?
Ramsdale is a good goal for me right now.
Last season, definitely Ramsdale was the one for me. I would have called Ramsdale, but now, I'm not calling him.
I think Pickford is past it right now.
There's no other better. There's this guy Henderson too recently.
He's been shaky. Well, that's it for England. And then we had Germany with Toni Kroos back. Controlled the game and they beat France 2-0, but it's a friendly.
It's a friendly.
Don't need to get excited. But then Germany really played.
But it's a good way of like
Germany really played well. They're gonna be the host, so
home advantage.
They are really playing well, especially with Wirtz in form, Toni Kroos, and then they have Musiala on. Yeah, Germany looked like a very interesting team.
I think convincing Kroos to come back was a masterpiece because what he brings to the team. Forget about his abilities, but his experience is a good way for the youngsters to learn from him.
Yeah.
Because others will be more like panicking because one, the German team is not the German team of old. They are building again-ish. Yeah. So they are trying to form their find their form again, trying to gel and all that. So I think Kroos coming back is very good. Yeah. In a very crucial position, that's the midfield, to control the tempo, know when to go hard, know when to sweep places, know when to calm down. He is just like.
And what do you take of France? Do you think it's also a coaching problem?
Bruh, Deschamps, I've been saying this. This is not the first time. I've been saying he's gotten away because he has won trophy, so people look away. Because the amount of talent that France has, they should be unstoppable. Worldwide, even in friendlies, they should be whooping up everybody. But sometimes they struggle to win some games where it makes no sense. They have how do you call it, talent abundant. They are very spoiled with the talent from defense. Even their goalkeeper,
Mignon is good.
Yeah, one of the best, they are goalkeepers, defense, midfield, attack. It's just, but for some reason, as a team, there's still some kinks they need to iron out.
And then finally, what's your Euro favorite?
Oh my, top 3?
Let's say semi-finals. So that's top 4. The teams that you think would get to the semi-finals.
Okay, France, definitely. Being biased here, but I'm going for England because I love the English. Weirdly, because Germany. Okay. For Germany, I need more from them because I need to see more, and because of what they've done in the past few years, it's still a bit shaky. And because they are hosting, I'm inclined to maybe pick them. So I'll go for Germany just because they are hosting. And my last is between Spain and Netherlands. Yeah, the Spanish and Netherlands, but I'll go for Spain.
Well, for me, it's England, France, Portugal, and then I'll pick Germany. Yeah, because of the host. But yeah, I would expect England to come on top of this because I know Southgate gets a lot of slander. Yeah. But he's really done a fantastic job with the English squad. He's done a fantastic job.
Yeah. He's like the
top managers that have failed with golden generation.
Let me say this. I've said this before. There's a difference between that generation and this generation.
What's the difference?
That generation didn't like each other. The players didn't like each other because they play for rival teams.
Rival teams, yeah.
Yeah, but this generation, they are friends. They are friends. Where
friendship.
Yeah, like when they come to a national team, that's what Brazil used to do.
Yeah.
Where Marcelo will not go in hard. Yeah. In his when they are playing club football, he won't tackle his fellow Brazilian that hard because hey, we need to win as a nation. Then the golden generation of England didn't care. They carried their rivalry into the national camp. Even let me give you this recent one: Raheem Sterling and Joe Gomez.
Yeah.
Before they just went into how do you call it, the national, they had the bust up in club football, and then it carried into to a point that Gomez had to be dropped because Raheem Sterling was the age then.
Yeah.
So that's it. But now you can see where Liverpool will lose, and whenever we go on break, you see Trent and Foden, Maddison hanging out, Maddison and Trent having banter. That is a thing right now that they have. They have this community that when we come to national responsibilities, let's put the club football away.
Does it go down to how they were disappointed? You put that down to why they disappointed so badly?
Yeah, because so many old players used to say that the times where maybe then it was how do you call it, Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes, that midfield weren't really gelling, especially because we had a United player, Liverpool player, Chelsea player,
and all our rivals.
All our rivals. So when a Liverpool player gets the ball, he wants to give it to a different. He doesn't want to give it to a Chelsea player. Chelsea player, he doesn't. So that's comes into play. It might not be so evident, but deep down, it's very, very like, yeah.
Well, we'll have to see. Especially, I'm really tipping England to win.
Oh,
this
they
finally
should. They have,
finally bring it.
But they have France, bro.
I don't believe in France.
Really,
much.
Mbappe.
Mbappe is the ace, but then
Mbappe, your boy.
There's Jude and Kane.
So Mbappe or Jude? Should they go to finals? And let's say, as it's now in the final, maybe Mbappe has now confirmed that he's come to Madrid. He has gotten the 7. Vinicius has been so kind to give him the 7. Finals, England, France. Who are you picking?
I think you get the 10 for Modric because Modric is leaving, and then he's number 10 for France.
So let's say wherever. He's coming to Madrid. Signed and sealed. There's no rumor.
Well, he wouldn't have played for Madrid, is it? So I'll support the player who played.
But then he's coming. You need him to come with that momentum.
Oh, I would want Jude to win so that Jude can win the Ballon d'Or.
Okay.
Because I know Mbappe will definitely win it if he comes to Madrid. So.
No, but wait. Let's say PSG wins how do you call it? The McDonald's League.
Yeah, McDonald's League. Yeah.
And PSG. I posted that video in the group. I don't know if you saw where PSG, like it's that dog choosing PSG to win the UCL. So let's say PSG wins McDonald's, they win the UCL, and then they win, how do you call it, the Euros. Mbappe wins Ballon d'Or, but because he's a Madrid player, he'll be called Mbappe Madrid.
Yeah,
so he's still a Madrid player.
No, he hasn't played.
Okay.
He hasn't played.
So at that moment you pick Jude.
I'll be supporting Jude. I'll be supporting my Madrid players. My authentic Madrid. You know, until he plays, then he will join the side. But till then.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's it from us today. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
And we're out.
Peace.